Okay, this is video number 3 on data collection and processing for physics. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to plot your graph and put a linear and power fit on the graph. Okay, so we have to highlight our independent variable. In this case, it's the inclined height of the inclined plane. Independent variable is the variable you manipulate. Okay, and that always goes on the x-axis. You press Control on your keyboard and you highlight the dependent variable, and it's in this order, the x and the y, and Excel knows that. Fine, you go to insert and we go to scatter. In physics we always go for scatter graphs. Fine, so we see this very nice graph. The first thing, your graph should be as big as possible, and anything that's not necessary should be there. So series 1 is not necessary because we just have one series on the graph. If you had multiple series, that's fine. So let's cancel or delete. Fine, as you see, our graph is bigger. Now we need to add the following, let's say, labels. We need axes labels and we need a title on the graph. So the first thing I'm going to say is layout. Okay, and we have axes here. So you go horizontal. Okay, that's the x-axis, and I'm just going to go show here. Oops, what happened there? Excuse me. Axes. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong button. So I'm not going to restart the video. You go axis, titles, horizontal, and below axis. Okay, I'm going to fix those details in a minute. Leave it like that for the moment. Axis, titles here. I'll go vertical. I think the rotated view is the best choice because it occupies less space, making your graph bigger. And chart title here. And I'm going to say here. Okay, now let's talk about this. Let's fill in this x title. We know this is the independent variable, so it's the height. Okay, and it's in, we have to put the uncertainty here, so I would say plus slash minus, and our reading error on the meter stick was 0.05 meters. Okay, over here we have the average acceleration, so it's average, just don't type acceleration. Okay, and what's the uncertainty? Now this is where we have to think. We had a reading error of 0.001, but if you look inside here, we have a random error. Now I'm just looking at all these values and I see one that's larger than all the others. I'm going to put that in bold font. Okay, now what's important is this is the maximum random error, so I'm going to select this as the error on our acceleration because it exceeds by far the reading error. And we kind of go for the worst case error. So this is a standard technique, so we take this value here. Oops, I have to click back on this, and okay, and I'm going to use that as my error point. 0.30 meters seconds minus 2, that's meters per second squared. And the chart title, I'm going to change it, and you just a generic title. It could be average acceleration height graph. Okay, what I don't like is the size of the font here, so what I'll do is I'll select it all and change my font size to 12 because you don't need to make it too big. Okay, you can resize your graph a little bit. Okay, and okay, I'm going to resize. When you paste this into Word, it's important. I would recommend a whole page. Okay, that's the end of this section. The next section we're going to talk about linear and power fits.